here we in and are we?
A plus. A plus.
It was good.
Here we are in October for no reason.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Do it live.
Yeah.
October, as we, just got done talking about Hyrule Warriors, because that's what we do, is do things sequentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, in order.
Did anything come out in October? Remember when I was saying all that stuff about Hyrule Warriors? That was crazy. I sure hope that Matt didn't cut it in post out of spite.
All right, let's tear down the curtain here. David's got to go to bed. We're gonna talk about Smash Brothers. Out for.
Oh, Ricky ruined it. Anyway,
I'll edit it in post, so then Ricky's the dumb one.
What? That's great.
Super Smash Brothers for 3DS. Let's talk about it.
That sure is a game that I finished in like a day and then kind of got a little bored of.
Really?
Whoa.
Is that terrible? Is that awful?
That is awful, considering we
I was tired of
hyped it up so much.
I know, we're terrible. So every other Smash Brothers game, I feel like benefited from being on a console, and because the one on the 3DS is obviously for handheld, I kind of, did all the single player stuff and was just like, all right then. So, and then I went back to playing Fire Emblem. But yeah, I would like to play more Smash Brothers, but I just haven't,
Well, why didn't you play online with us, man?
I don't know, because I got work and shit.
That's where the fun at.
I believe it. I've played a few times with you guys, but
Yeah,
Real life does take priority, so.
yeah.
The fun of like getting on, disconnecting, and then not being able to join the room again. You have
Dude,
to remake the room or play another match.
there definitely were a lot of
And then-
problems, but not nearly like what I expected. I was pleasantly surprised by the 3DS versions online.
Yeah.
It was mostly pretty smooth.
I've been okay with it so far. All the online matches I've played, I mean, if there's lag, it's with everybody. It's not just one person. So I guess that kind of helps.
Yeah, it's either really good or really bad. There's like no in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Well, if one person in the room has a bad connection, then it's bad for everybody.
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this about the 3DS version, but I think it also applies to the Wii U version. It's like
It
what I said.
needs ice climbers.
It's like what I said about Mario Kart. What the core experience, like what has to be there for it to be good, is great. I think it's like the new physics and the new characters and like just the core Smash mode. Playing with friends is, in my opinion, the best it's ever been.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I think it's great, but everything else like around it, all the trappings, all the modes and options and features, it feels very empty and very rushed.
Yeah.
The 3DS
Smash
version
Run makes me want to
definitely
punch
destroyed.
myself in the face.
I like Smash Run. I don't like aspects of Smash Run, but I like the
Here's-
core of Smash Run.
Here's the thing about Smash Run. I think it's super fun as a single player mode to run around and hit enemies and power up.
Mhm.
I love that. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be a single player mode. It's supposed to be a multiplayer mode, and
Right.
it's not. There's no
No.
multiplayer aspect at all.
No.
Like, you can't run into each other on the map, and even at the end when you're supposed to play with the other players, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just beating up enemies or
Right.
Mii's or whatever. Like,
And there's only one map,
well, yeah, but it's big enough that didn't bother me.
I guess.
Well,
but-
my problem with Smash Bros. Other than the thing, or Smash Run, other than the thing that you just said, is I don't think they give you enough like clues as to what the final match is gonna be. Like sometimes they do, but then sometimes they don't. So like you can
Wait,
be
there are clues?
sometimes.
Yeah.
At least sometimes, but usually they don't tell you.
So you could be like working up all your speed or whatever, and like boosting your
I don't-
stats, and then it's like, well, it's a jumping one. I mean, you get stats at random anyway, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like you could go out of your way to prepare for a certain match, even if they told you flat out what it was.
Yeah, but-
stats that you get are random. So
I still don't like that. And then my biggest problem is that the final match is over too quick. It's over in like 2 seconds.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
only a minute long.
You play
yeah.
like 5 minutes of this Smash Run, like boosting your stats and making you the best that you could be, and then you like beat up some bad guys for like 30 seconds, and There you
Right.
go. You win. Congratulations. Do it again as another character. Beat that challenge. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Here's a trophy. Here's a trophy you already have.
Yeah.
I think it is just one huge missed opportunity because, like I said, running around the maze and beating up Nintendo enemies is super fun. Like,
That's exactly what I wanted from Brawl.
if the mode was just that, I would absolutely adore Smash Run. But it's trying to be something else and it's failing. You know?
Yeah.
I think it should just be a Metroidvania. where
Yeah.
You like level up your character and unlock custom moves.
Who'd
Yeah.
have thunk there could actually be a worse single-player mode in another version of Smash Bros. Anyway,
I don't think it's worse. I think it's trying to be different and hasn't quite hit that sweet spot
I'm
yet.
not talking about. I'm talking about Wii U version. But anyway,
Oh.
um,
Oh, the board game bullshit.
yeah, we'll get to
Yeah.
that. The thing about Smash Brothers for 3DS that I want to go back to is Ricky mentioned the game being rushed, and I 100% agree with that. I think that Smash Bros for 3DS was totally rushed. Not only
Yeah,
to
it's
get
buggy
it,
as fuck.
yeah, not well, yeah, that it was released very buggy, but not
They
just
patched it, though.
yeah,
man.
they wanted to get it out in time to like make money because they
In time for Halloween.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, Nintendo desperately needed money. And just so many things about it, like the stage selection feels very rushed. There's
The stages are. Don't even get me
They're
started on that.
atrocious.
Yeah, there's too many old ones, and the old ones that they did pick suck. Like,
There's too many-
I fucking
don't know.
hate Jungle Japes and Brinstar. I fucking hate them, and like, here they are again. They're back.
You
Great.
tell me you love Corneria?
I like
Corneria is
Corneria. Fuck you.
Corneria's
Corneria's
fine.
yeah, I like Corneria, and like,
It's smaller than a 7.
WarioWare is back.
yeah, WarioWare sucks.
Yay.
That's the biggest. I have a lot of problems with the 3DS version, but my biggest problem is the stage selection.
Yeah, mine too.
It's lacking.
And even the new stages kind of suck. Like, there's a lot of great concepts for stage, like the Paper Mario stage. What a fantastic idea for a stage. I've wanted a Paper Mario stage for so long because Paper Mario's been around for as long as Smash Brothers, pretty much, and it gets like no representation outside of like a trophy here and there. And like, oh, a stage based on both Sticker Star and Thousand Year Door, that's awesome. That stage blows.
Yeah,
It
does.
No, well, okay.
As a
it's
fan.
good. It's good for
But
2/3.
No,
And then it's-
the first part of the stage sucks too. The fan pushes you off. It's annoying. Like, I only like the boat section, and that's the middle part.
Yeah,
And then it's like, here's a section where you can't possibly stand on anything. Enjoy.
the Bowser section sucks.
That's terrible.
And then like, oh, Spirit Train. Oh, it's based on Spirit Tracks. What a weird game for them to base the stage on, because that wasn't a really popular Zelda game. But what a cool idea! You're fighting on top of a stage, or on top of a train, and like the back changes, and it changes into different like formations and stuff. That's really cool. That stage fucking sucks.
That's,
Yeah.
That stage is like playing with the devil as his trophy 24/7.
That's one of the worst stages I think in any Smash Brothers game is the Spirit
It
Tracks
just
stage, and I
moves
want to
around
love
too
it
much.
so much, but I can't
It
because
should have been like Big Blue.
it moves too much. Like there'll be times where you're completely off screen. Why?
Yeah.
Why does it do that?
It's obnoxious. My favorite stage in the 3DS version is kind of not that fun to play on. Like,
Magicant. That's my
Magic Hand
favorite
is
as well.
so pretty and such a sweet send up to Mother 1 and 2. Like,
But those fucking flying men destroy it.
yeah, the flying men are so obnoxious and
See,
campy. Like, if
they-
they spawned in different areas of the stage, I wouldn't mind.
I
Like-
kind of still would. Because I feel like Sakurai, for some reason, thinks that every stage needs a gimmick, when sometimes I just want to fight on a stage.
Yeah.
I just want to fight. Stop making things happen. I just want to punch someone in the mouth.
That said, there are some cool new stages. I really like Rainbow Road. I mean, obviously I do. Obviously. I do.
Rainbow Road is great. I love Rainbow Road. I really like Gerudo Valley a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
Gerudo Valley's cool. Dreamland is awesome. I think.
Yeah.
Prism Tower.
I think it. Yeah. Prism Tower is cool. You know, the Pokemon League's all right.
It can be annoying, but I like the idea of it.
Mute City stage is awesome,
It is.
Yeah, it is.
and I really like. They're simple, but I really like both the Living Room from Nintendogs and Tomodachi Life. I
I do.
Tomodachi Life is a great stage, I think.
Yeah.
It's super fun to play on.
I like it.
Yeah. I just want
Sounds
some
like the
static
game.
stages. I just want, like,
Tomodachi
you know,
Life is a
couple,
static stage.
Right. I just want a couple, N64, Super Nintendo, GameCube kind of stages where, it's just a cool venue to fight on. That's it. I don't need a boss. I don't need,
the bosses are the worst.
Yeah.
Fucking the Yellow Devil on the Mega Man stage.
Ugh.
Like
Who was that stage?
I should love the Mega Man stage because it's a Mega Man stage in a Smash Bros game. I hate it. I never want to play on it unless it's the Omega version, which thankfully there is Omega versions, but
Yeah, but
Except
like
they're all the same level essentially.
I would rather
turn off the hazards.
have
Keep
the
the
ability
layout.
to turn off the hazards
Yeah.
with the layout, right?
I'm with
Then
you.
have all final destinations.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, me
'Cause
too.
I don't want to have all Final Destination. I also don't want to have all gimmicks. I want to have a cool layout with a cool moving platform, and that's it.
Yeah.
Done.
I was really disappointed with the stages, not just for the fact that there's way too many old ones, but like even most of the new ones suck, and
Yeah.
that's disappointing because that's half the game to me.
Yeah.
Like
It
half
is.
But
half the fun is
at
the
least-
roster and half the fun is the stages.
at least we got Dark Pit though.
Yeah, well, other than Dark Pit and Dr. Mario, the roster is fantastic.
Yeah.
And Ice Climbers being gone, and Lucas.
Oh, Ice Climbers.
We talked about
Yeah.
that before.
If we had Ice Climbers and Lucas, I think the roster would be absolutely perfect.
If we had
And
just
Dixie- and
Ice
Dixie
Climbers, I'd be happy.
We had Pichu.
Can we talk about what's really missing here?
Boy.
I mentioned earlier that I had a lot of other problems with the game, and I kind of want to talk about them. So
No, go ahead. Let's just shit all over this game.
Yeah, I let me just preemptively say I do love the game. Like I needed portable Smash. I bought both
It's still
versions.
Smash. It's still a
Yeah.
ball to play.
Right.
I had a ton of fun with it. I put like over 100 hours into the 3DS version. It's great, but there are a lot of glaring issues that like just are they're too much. Like the first thing I want to talk about is the random drops for like custom moves
Oh, God.
and me hats and stuff like
oh
that.
God, I made a video about that on Tumblr.
Because it's bad. It's bad design. Like you shouldn't get duplicate custom moves. You
Click
just-
on Jess to see Matt's video on Tumblr.
You just shouldn't get duplicate custom moves. And at the very least, if they're gonna be all Street Pass Me Plaza on you, even that with the puzzles, if you finish a puzzle, you stop getting pieces for that puzzle. They don't even go that extra step. Like you can still be getting custom parts for Mario after you finished him ages ago. Like
That's bullshit.
That's absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It doesn't make it rewarding. These random items that you find in Smash Run and in other modes are supposed to be rewards. You're supposed to be happy to have got them. And nothing that's dropped randomly is rewarding to pick up.
Yeah,
It's bad design.
it is.
It's like
it is
getting
horrible.
socks for Christmas.
The blue
I'm an
system
adult. I
is
love
really...
getting socks. As a kid, yes. As an adult,
Yes.
I fucking love
Okay,
socks.
Yes.
You cannot
Like
go wrong
being a
buying me
kid.
socks for Christmas.
It's like being a kid and getting socks for Christmas.
Well,
like,
the thing about the random drops, like I made the video that I made on Tumblr. It's like 7 seconds long, and it's just me pointing the camera at the screen. And I had just unlocked 3 brand new moves, like as Charizard, but they were all the same move.
Yep.
All of them. That can happen. That's something that can happen. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it's bad, and like it's obviously modeled after the random weapons drops and stuff like that in Kid Icarus, but that's an example of they took something that worked really well in Kid Icarus, because in that game every weapon has its own unique stats and its own unique modifiers, so when you get a random new weapon, there's something that you can do with it. Even if you're like, well, I don't really like this modifier, you can put it on something else. You can fuse it. It's a
Use it or
reward.
lose
It's a reward, even if you don't want that weapon. You're glad that you got it. They took something that worked in Kid Icarus and they put it in Smash Brothers without thinking about the fact that it doesn't work in Smash Brothers, which leads me to my next point: the Fiend scale. In Kid Icarus, the game is designed to encourage you to play levels again and learn them and learn the layout and continually raise the difficulty higher and higher to test yourself, because you learn where the enemies are going to come from and where you need to point your cursor, and where you need to not run forward because you're going to get hit by something. And there's little rooms in the levels that reward you for playing on a really high difficulty. The Fiend's Cauldron in Kid Icarus works so well, and it's ingenious, and I love it. It doesn't work in Smash Brothers. They took it and they put it in Smash Brothers without thinking about the fact that it's a different kind of game, and it doesn't work that way. In Smash Brothers Classic mode, particularly on the Wii U version, but it also applies to the 3DS version, I think. There's not, there's too many variables that can go wrong when you're playing on 9.0. A hammer might spawn and your opponent might get it, and you might die and you might lose and you might get bumped down to 8.5 for something that you can't control. You might have to fight on a certain stage that has a crazy hazard that just shows up out of nowhere and kills you. Smash Brothers inherently is too random a game for you to be punished so severely like that. It works so well in Kid Icarus, and it doesn't in Smash Brothers, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't.
What do you guys think?
I think it doesn't transfer over as well. Like when I first heard that feature was in from Kid Icarus, I was like, "Hey, man, and like that's gonna be great."
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
I thought the same thing, and I even liked it at first. Like, I didn't have too many problems with it in the 3DS version, but playing the Wii U version really highlighted a
lot of problems.
That it just didn't work. The system itself was not meant to be put in a game like Smash Bros.
For me, as I want to consider myself a pretty good player at Smash Bros, I cranked it up to 9.0 as soon as I could, and it was pretty much the same difficulty for me. Like I would get to the boss, and then that would be the hard part. I only ever got good at fighting Master Core.
Yeah,
there wasn't a skill that I was developing playing.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's against the random stages and stuff like that.
That's especially true in the 3DS version. In the Wii U version, there's 8-player Smash, and there's things that do get harder as you crank up the difficulty. But in the 3DS version, it's pretty much just even I agree with you. Even on 9.0, all of the matches, the regular matches against CPUs, I feel like we're pretty easy even on 9.0, and it's only when you get to Master Core that it's whoa, shit, this is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But having to play, if you want to beat it on 9.0, you gotta do all those matches in a row and get to Master Core and beat him without dying once. If you die on Master Core, and you get bumped down to 8.5, you have to play the entire classic mode again. And to be fair, classic mode isn't as long as it used to be, but it's not the same thing as in Kid Icarus when you just have to play the one level again that you've learned and that you can prepare yourself for. It's not the same. It doesn't. These systems clash too much.
Yeah,
I don't.
There were times when I got fucking gimmicked in the first stage, and I was like, oh, I've just wasted a lot of money.
Yeah.
On Super Smash Bros. For 3DS.
Yeah.
That was all
No,
the money wasted.
I'm glad to have the game. I did have a lot of fun with the 3DS version.
I agree.
Yeah.
But there's stuff about the fundamental design of it that I think is just bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a game? No, just kidding.
No, I haven't. I haven't. And
I
I love Sakurai as a developer, but I'm able to admit when he fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sure even he realizes that he fucked up in some ways, so...
He probably doesn't.
Really?
He did patch some things, not about the classic mode, but he did he was like, oh, yeah, it's Little Mac's jab combo should absolutely not do that much damage. He did admit some areas where he was wrong, and that's great. But I just the random drops in the Fiend scale, I just think are incompatible with Smash.
Yeah, it's bad.
They don't work in that context.
Yeah, I don't like the random drops at all. Don said this before, and I think that there should be a shop where you can buy custom moves.
Yeah,
totally.
You can buy trophies.
Dude, there
you
totally should be. It was such a missed opportunity.
You can get all this gold. No, you can only buy it on trophies and betting on Fiend's Cauldron. I mean,
Or
Fiend's
even if
Scale.
it's like, fight this level 9 blah 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 to get this move,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
fight a whole team of level 9s.
Like fucking
Right.
the like when you're like aiming to like unlock certain equipment and stuff, like that like scope is too broad. Like there should be like when you land on like that wrench icon, you can unlock custom moves, you can unlock equipment, you can unlock me hats, you can unlock me shirts, you can unlock
Yep.
fucking everything under the sun. But it shouldn't be like that. There should be one for custom moves and one for everything else, or something like that, to make it easier
Yeah, I agree.
on the players.
Yep.
I think there's too much in that one little ball.
Category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Trophies get their own category. So like why is everything else, literally everything else you can unlock except for coins, in another category? That's dumb.
Right.
That's bad
Yeah.
design.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like the roulette at all.
I don't really
It's
I don't
there's
really
there's
either,
nothing
but it doesn't like upset me other than that.
like it's you can abuse it with like the little home screen buffering trick,
Yeah.
but like it's just not.
It's not rewarding.
Yeah, it's not rewarding. The rewards don't feel like rewards.
Yeah.
That is a fundamental problem. When
It's true across the board too, with the whole game. Like,
yeah, it's just when you get rewards and you're just like,
I don't want this shit.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't want
that,
this.
That
Like-
should never happen.
yeah,
That should never happen in a video game. That do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go back to the drawing board if your rewards are annoying.
Dark
Right.
pit. I don't want
Like-
this shit.
and like Trophy
What a
Rush.
reward.
Trophy Rush is pretty fantastic.
I love Trophy Rush.
Trophy Rush is a blast,
super fun.
man.
It's super
Pretty fun.
fun. Yeah.
It is fun, but then because of how shitty the reward system is, you collect all these trophies or whatever,
You
And
got
and
'em
you
all.
only
They're all the
you
same.
you have them all.
Yeah.
Great,
You only
my
get, like,
my
1v1.
60th squawks. Just what I've
Right,
always
exactly.
wanted.
Yay.
I'm building a coffee table out of bald bulls. And I don't know about the Wii U version, but in the 3DS version, I have like 12 bald bulls.
I-
I got to the point where I had so many that I started buying them in the shop just to.
Just to have more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
that's
man,
useless.
another
Like,
thing.
why do you need to have multiple trophies? You can't do anything with them.
Yeah, that's another thing. The shop, like, they'll have shit on sale, like 40% off,
Why?
Yeah.
right? And it's just like, why? Yeah, like, when will I be like, oh, I'll just wait till the sale. I'll
Right.
wait till the Steam sale in the winter for the Squirtle trophy
Yeah.
to be
I don't have-
100 gold.
I don't have
Instead of
Paper
500.
Bowser yet, but I really
be
don't want
cool
to pay
if they
that
put-
500.
It would be cool if they put different Nintendo shopkeepers in the shop, and say you had to haggle with
With
fucking
Rusty?
Rusty,
Tom
and had
Nook.
to
Dude.
or Tom Nook or somebody, and get better deals on trophies or something.
Rusty is a
Holy shit,
trophy.
you spend-
Yeah, I know, and so is his Japanese counterpart, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like different people who had different properties would be cool. Like, well, maybe only one guy buys back old trophies that you have or something, and I don't know. That would be
You
cool.
go in there and you run as a happy mask salesman, and he sells you something cursed, and then you call
Right.
an epic adventure to stop it.
Yeah, you gotta fight something and get an awesome trophy from it, or I don't know.
'Cause, like, what else are you gonna spend your gold on?
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's the only
There
thing.
needs to be more things you can spend your gold on.
Yeah. Custom moves absolutely is the first
Yeah.
one that there should have been.
Yeah.
Cocaine number 2.
That's already there in the game Smash.
Fuck. You already know that Kirby has a cocaine problem, all right? You don't want to encourage that.
How about number 3, amiibos?
That's I spend real money on those. That's even worse.
I spent too much. I spent too much money on amiibos. Someone help me. Please send help.
You can't even use them in the version of the game you have.
I know.
Yet.
I have a problem, Matt.
I'm aware. I hear about your problem on a daily basis.
You get texts about it daily. About the problem that I have.
Literally daily.
Matt, I just bought Marth. I don't know why.
I pre-ordered Sonic. I don't even like Sonic. I can't even pronounce the game that Shulk's from. Why am I buying this?
I'm not really feeling it. I told myself I was feeling it, but I'm not.
This is getting ridiculous. But yeah, I still really like the game. I'm glad I bought it, but it could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
It was nice to hold you over until the main course.
It totally did. Like that was what I wanted it for, and it delivered on that. So
I don't have a main course.
I can't get too
Amiibos
mad
are
at
your
it.
main course.
What
I was
is?
trying to say
Amiibos.
something.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true.
Sorry, go ahead, Amanda.
There's something about the 3DS version that I like better than the Wii U version, and I don't know if anybody else agrees with me. I've set it to Dawn.
Oh, it keeps track of your custom colors.
Well,
Yeah.
that too.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but I
Right.
like the way Classic is set up better in the 3DS version than in the Wii U version.
I do
Yeah.
too. I do too.
I don't like how after you whittle them down in the Wii U version, there's that one. Where in the 3DS version, there's always choices.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Wii U version is it's not classic mode. That's not classic mode
It's not.
to me.
I thought that when they first showed it off, but after playing it, it's the biggest difference for me is that
8 players.
there's too many fucking characters on the
Too
screen.
much shit going on.
But it does
Too
feel,
many cooks.
at when you break it down to its core, it's really just 5 fights in a row and then Master Hand. So I don't know.
I really liked how you could pick what path you wanted to do in the 3DS classic mode.
Yeah,
that's fun.
I did like that a lot better.
So it could be something different. You weren't fighting the Fighting Me team every single time, and in the Wii version, you fight the Fighting Me team every single time.
Yeah, but how else am I gonna beat up Josh Baymax and Lucas all at the same time?
Well, that's the only way you're gonna fight Lucas. So.
Yeah, and Mrs. Krabappel.
You have a Mrs. Gripopple me.
Yeah, don't you?
I do not.
David, Matt reacted to that question as if you had said, "You wear socks?"
Socks for Christmas?
You eat bread?
Fuck you and your bread.
I want to talk about the change to stocks in classic mode. You can't just pick the number of stocks.
Yeah.
And in one regard, I think it's better. I like it better.
I like it too because you can potentially die a lot more than 5 times.
Yeah.
If you're just careful about when you die.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it can be frustrating as well.
Cause it gets frustrating on Master Core because it's such an endurance run.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's worse in the Wii U version when you have to fight Master Hand and Crazy Hand and the 3 forms of Master Core and Master Fortress on 2 lives. That's a tall order. But yeah, even in the 3DS version, it's kind of rough to beat all 3 forms.
Yep.
And or 4 forms actually.
There's also the Swarm clone guy.
Yeah, I hate the clone.
I fucking hate the swords. They're the worst ones.
Oh my god, those
Swords are pretty hard.
I have the most trouble with the Beast form, honestly. He just moves really fast, and you don't always have enough time to react.
Get good.
Says the guy who can't avoid the sword. Dude, the sword telegraphs its attacks really hardcore. So
Shh, telegraph your attacks. Shut up.
What do you do to win? Use Power Arrow with Link.
We've been shitting on this game, but Master Hand and Master Core, it's actually kind of a really cool boss.
it is. I really like it a lot.
Yep.
Kyle's not here at the moment, but something that he said as a reason why he thought, because I asked the question, I was like, why is Master Core cool and Taboo stupid? Because they're both kind of weird, nebulous creations just for Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And Kyle basically said Master Core is cool because it goes back to Master Hand being the the ultimate boss. Like
Yep.
you fight Master Hand, and then like what's inside of him like comes out and attacks you. Like that's kind of cool and clever.
Yeah.
And like
Taboo is garbage.
Taboo is just some random thing.
Taboo's a bald guy who like slaps you and shit.
Well, the fucking Taboo is like there's this big story mode like leading up to this epic boss, and it's just some fucking Tron dude they made up. Like
Some fucking guy.
yeah, just
Yeah.
some dude. Like it's not like
Mr. Clean and
it's,
shit.
it's not like Giga Bowser or like Ganon or like just Marks. It's just fucking this fucking blue thing.
Jim.
This blue thing that just sits there in the fetal position the whole time. Like it's fucking
Yeah.
bullshit.
Taboo is pure garbage.
Yeah, Taboo is like
I'll
the
agree.
worst thing to come out of Smash Bros. Ever.
Taboo's fucking boring.
Yeah.
I still hate that Giga Bowser is Bowser's Final Smash.
I think Taboo should have come back as an assist trophy.
That would have been funny. He got downgraded that much.
Right?
Comes up.
Oh, speaking of like the final boss in classic mode, I think it's awesome that Master Hand and Crazy Hand both got new attacks.
Yeah,
Don't they
that's,
always,
that's
though?
what I was also like
Like the
talking about.
Hanafuda card?
Yeah, or like when Crazy Hand like slams the like pencils in the table. Yeah, I want to see a magic trick.
This inanimate carbon rod.
I think that's neat. It's cool seeing these like we've after Melee and Brawl we've gotten sort of to the point where we're like, yeah, I know how to take care of Master Hand, and then they throw new tricks at you, and you're like, ah, shit, I've never seen this before. What's happening? Like that's I like that. It's cool. I'm all for that.
And it's really neat how their attacks affect the stage. Like it can make it lean and it can
Yeah.
raise it and all this stuff, and it's really cool.
I'll never forget like when the game first came out and we were watching terrible people play it. We were in the call with Steven and we all had the same reaction when the like Beast Master Core like lifted up the Final Destination towards the ceiling. We were all like, "Oh, this makes me uncomfortable," because you're not expecting that and you're not used to that happening. It's very cool. I like the Master Core fight a lot.
Yeah. Even though I die every god.
Yeah, it's super fucking hard, but I think it's a cool last boss.
Yeah. You can actually get good at fighting that boss.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to for sure.
All right. So let's pretend. What? Go ahead.
I think that about covers the 3DS version.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And now we're pretending that we just got done talking about Pokemon. Wow, those Pokemon games sure were games. So,
Yep.
what about Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, the big game of the year?
I haven't
I
played.
think it's fantastic.
Ooh, go ahead. Explain why.
It's Smash Bros.
All right.
That's fair.
Put that on the back
On
of the box.
console.
Good
On
enough.
console.
It's
with
Smash
the
Bros. That's all you need to know.
controller.
That's
Play the name.
that's what I filled out my Club Nintendo survey with.
It's
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I put the
Smash
same
Bros.
thing. I put the same thing. They're like, "Why did you buy this game?" I'm like, "It's Smash Bros." Like,
The same
Was I
reason
not
you
gonna
bought
buy
it.
yeah. I said when I first started talking about the 3DS version, like my opinion is the same. The core game, the physics and the characters is fan fucking tastic. So
We get to talk about the horror that is Smash Tour.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Smash Tour is the
Tour.
worst
I-
mode to ever be in a Smash Bros. Game. Ever.
It is.
Do you
It
have
is.
Ever.
his like interview in Game Informer or some shit?
No.
Like Nintendo Everything posted it. And basically the design decision behind Smash Tour, the way like it's structured and stuff, like he wanted it to capture the essence of Smash Bros, which is like totally random situations. Like, what do you envision Smash Bros to be?
Well, if he envisioned Smash Bros. To be fucking garbage, then yeah, he got it right.
He wanted to like throw like all these situations, all these like clusterfuck shits at you, and then anybody can win. That's what he feels like Smash Bros should be. All these various
Wrong.
elements, and then anybody can win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Smash Tour to me it's just not fun.
It's fucking-
I don't
it's
feel
bad.
yeah, like
It's bad.
with respect to Sakurai, I don't feel like we've said before that while it's true that anybody can win a Smash Brothers match if you play like with items on and stuff, there is also a skill in being able to react to bullshit. It's kind of like poker, where even if you're dealt a bad hand, you can, if you're very skilled, you can pull out a win and take care of the random bullshit.
Bluff.
There's no like shield from random bullshit in Smash Tour. It's just like stuff happens to you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, now I'm on the other side of the board because that guy randomly got a chain chomp before this turn. And oh, now I'd lost 5 of my guys because that guy randomly got this fucking thing. It's just it's
utter horseshit.
It's like such chaos. It's like when I like you have to play it on like Pac-Land, and like when I played it, I was like blown away. I was like, what is even happening? Like, am I in hell? Like what? It's the most chaotic, like random thing. Nothing you do feels like it has any like consequences.
It's
like
Speaking of Pac-Land,
you're supposed to like go around collecting fighters, and then like the next turn, somebody's like, "Hey, here's a tingle. Now all your fighters are randomized." Ha! Like what? What are you doing? I can't even. Smash Brothers is terrible.
It's awful.
Smash-
It is the worst mode. I really like the idea of like having each stock be a different character. I think that's really cool, and I think that should have been its own mode. But I shouldn't have to play through fucking 20 turns of bullshit to get to that.
Even that though, like it's not a stock match; it's a timed match that you just happen to have. Like,
Okay,
that's
so,
your
well,
style.
I mean, it's cool in theory, but they make it stupid. Like,
Yeah. Sorry, Josh. What were you trying to say about?
I was gonna say, speaking of Pac-Land, they would tie the worst stage to the worst mode.
I like
to unlock.
Pac-Land. You shut your fucking face.
Ooh, shots fired.
It
Pac-Land
sucks.
looks like dog shit.
It does.
Looks like dog shit, yeah, but it's fun.
The arcade Pac-Land looks like crap.
Yeah,
so.
it looks like Pac-Land.
Okay, like it's not even the arcade Pac-Land though. They didn't like
Just
I know
rip it
it's
from
not
the game.
upscale it. They remade it, and it still looks like shit. Like if they were gonna remake it, you might as well make it HD and shit.
They were trying to be fucking true to the source material.
Yeah,
How'd
but
that
it
go?
looks like MS Paint.
Yeah, so did the original game.
Nah.
I think the Pac-Land arcade looks pretty bad, but Don's technically right that it's not the same. So I don't know.
I guess.
It's not the same. If they're gonna redo it, why would they redo it and make it look like ass?
I don't know, to keep
That's
that
what
style.
Sakurai likes to do.
I like the Pac-Land stage. I did not like that I had to fucking play Smash Tour 3 times. I actually had to play it 4 because one of them didn't register. So
Oh god.
that was.
That's weird.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, I had to
It's
play.
just-
I had to play the small stage again because the first time it didn't work. I don't know.
It's such like
That's
it's
tedious as fuck.
such chaos. I can't even describe. Like if you haven't played it, you don't know how freaking random it is.
And there's so many rules. Like the first time you play it, it's like, what the hell is going on? I have no clue.
And then
I'm
the 10th
almost
time you
done
play it,
with
you're
this
like,
whole
what the hell is
thing.
going on?
Right. No, that never changes. Never, ever, ever.
But on the
And
op,
people who say they know the rules, it's like, how?
yeah, I will never play Smash Tour again. Like, not even like when you guys are in town and we're like all together playing Smash Brothers. I have no desire to play Smash Tour with you guys. None at
Like
all.
why would we? Why wouldn't we just play Mario Party 2 and instead of the mini games play a Smash Brothers match after every turn? Like
Like
that's all Smash Tour had to be, and it would have been awesome.
yeah. Fucking the thing about like Mario Party versus Smash Tour, like fucking even the mini games are pretty skill based. You know, you could be godlike in the mini games. But if you're godlike in Smash Tour, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
Yeah, it's true.
Smash Tour's really bad. It's such.
There was a like, you know how before you do a fight you get the like items,
Mhm.
and it's like, oh, in this fight you'll catch every item that's thrown at you or whatever. There was one time where somebody was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start this match with a hammer," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta look out for that person." Somebody else used, on me, "You're gonna start with 100%," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" What the match started? I spawned randomly next to the person with the hammer and died instantly.
Jesus.
It's like you have no control over the outcome of this mode.
Did you win though?
Oh my god.
No, I died.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Nothing you do. I don't feel like there's a single action you can take in Smash Tour that like gives you like feedback and makes you feel
That
like
matters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
There's an early map.
it's
But hey,
just-
like because you're losing, hey, you could still win. It's fucking Smash Tour, you know?
I know, but it's just like I can't believe I still can't get over just how obscene chaos Smash Tour is. Like you're saying that Sakurai wanted to condense it down to like random chaos. Well, he sure did. 'Cause good lord.
Not enjoyable.
He says like the people at work they play Smash Tour.
He's a
And
loser.
I'm like,
He's fucking holding him at
That's-
gunpoint. Then
That's a
No.
little.
you're gonna enjoy Smash Tour.
oh, this
He's like,
he says
play it or I will gas this room.
he
Play
says
it. Say you
it'll
like it.
it's a good mode to play when
When you're drunk.
like no when the player's skill like is there's a wide gap between them.
So you want to play with newborn babies? Hey,
Yeah.
Don, you can play with your kid, Don.
Yeah, I know, right?
She could possibly beat you in Smash Tour. You're all laughing, but I'm 100%
She
serious.
can.
Yeah.
She can. You know,
It's true.
when I
It's just fucking hilarious.
when I was trying to like
Bring your
strategize.
baby to the hospital right after the birth. You're like, baby, I'm gonna play Smash Tour.
No, Doc. Don't take her out of the room yet.
Don't cut that cord yet.
We gotta play Smash.
Oh my god. Okay.
We gotta christen this birth.
With Dark Pit.
No, I said
When
christen.
I was
Oh,
when I was trying to like actually play Smash Tour legit, I was trying to strategize, and I was like, you know, wouldn't it be better for me to just let everybody else get the player stocks or like the players, so I could get the points off of them by just killing them? You know, like I should have less than them,
Mhm.
and then take points from everybody else by killing them. You know, because you have to get the KO at the end
Yeah.
of this match.
Because it's still based on points, right? Yeah.
So ideally, you want everybody else to have more stocks so you can get more points. And then it's just like, what?
Yeah, that's like backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandbag so you can win.
But you can't even do that. You can't even choose to do that. Because it's just entirely random.
They'll just be like, here, have this person's characters.
Yeah.
Somebody else used an item.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a disaster. And here's the worst thing. I know for a fact that we're gonna get comments from people who are like, I love Smash Tour. Here's the strategy that I use that works. You guys just don't know how
Hey,
to play Smash Tour.
Hey, guy, if you're typing that out right now,
Stop.
fuck you, closest window.
Like I know we're gonna get comments like that.
of
And
course we are. Fucking, it's YouTube.
just like it's so bad. Oh, man.
My hobbies include Smash Run and hitting myself in the face with a hammer.
Well, we spent a lot of time talking shit about Smash Tour, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, I want to talk about how cool it is that, one, events are back, and two, I think special orders are fucking rad.
I actually see. I'm mixed on that because I think Crazy Orders is a lot of fun. Like, sort of testing yourself like that can be a lot of fun. But you go back to that random drops problem where it's like the rewards for it don't feel rewarding. You know, because you're getting shit that you already have.
Yeah.
Or you can get CDs.
But yeah, the CDs is what I always.
Crazy Orders is the best place to get CDs, man.
It's like the
Because
only
you
place
can't
to get
CD, you can't do like a CD factory custom stage. Which, by the way, custom stages, like the custom stage maker, like, it's very limited, but it also is not limited at the same time. Like, there's less props, but then you could do crazy designs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's both better and worse than the stage editor in Brawl. Like, I wish it had the features like the ice blocks and the dropping blocks and the more traps that you could put,
Yeah.
spikes. But it's awesome to be able to draw your own platforms and make your stage, how you want it to be. Like, I've had a lot of fun with the stage editor. And then you have to test it with your friends, and you find out, oh, this is stupid. There shouldn't be a hole here because that's terrible.
Yeah. There shouldn't be a hole in the middle of the stage for you to spawn on.
And get stuck forever.
Yeah.
I thought this was a 3v3 or a free for all. Guess it's a 1v1.
It is like you hit it on the head pretty much, Don. Like it's more limited and less limited at the same time.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of fun with it. Like,
it's cool to be able to play online with custom stages.
yeah, that's a great feature. And obviously you can only play with your friends, which is probably how it should be. You don't want to, pick dicks when you're playing.
Yeah.
Yep, that happened.
It's still really cool. Like I was not expecting you to be able to do that, so I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Smash Cabal is fun. Doing
Yeah.
that. Also, I wanted to say something about the custom stages. It makes me I'm a little disappointed that you can't play on custom stages
With 8
in
players.
in the 8-player mode.
Yeah, I think that's a missed opportunity, and I'm not quite sure why you can't. Like, is it because the backgrounds are like crazy too intense and detailed that they just can't
no
do it?
way.
No,
Like you can play on Final
like
Destination,
okay,
can't you?
they could have just made it to where there's like a separate custom thing for 8 players. How about that? And then you get less weight. How about that?
Yeah. That I'm with you. They could have easily done it. It is disappointing. There could have been that could have opened up creativity even more. You could have made stages designed for 8 players, like some kind of maze or something.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, what do you got? Great Cave Offensive and Balladaina's Temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
75M. Everybody's.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
favorite
stage.
75M.
I can't believe that stage came back, and I also can't believe that I heard several people being like, "Oh, but it's better because there's no walk-offs on the right side anymore." Fuck you! It's not better. It's terrible. It's still terrible.
They did patch it though. That like from Brawl, they did patch that one aspect. There's still a walk off on the left side. It's still like the fucking hot things, the fire head thing, guys.
Yeah.
They still do 1,000,000 damage. The springs do 1,000,000 damage. Donkey Kong does 1,000,000 damage. There's no place to walk.
Yeah, the platforms are still smaller than most characters.
And with 8 characters, that's just way too much shit happening on very tiny platforms.
That stage can suck my dick. It's terrible.
since we're on stages, let's talk about the stages because I think this game has much better stages than.
I do. It has a much better stage roster. I think.
there are still some flaws. They're still way too reliant on older stages, but at least the older stages that they did bring back are at least the good ones. Delfino Plaza, Mario Circuit, Luigi's Mansion,
Elden Bridge,
Right,
Temple, even though the Temple kind of sucks.
Yeah, but they gotta have it. Like, I get
Yeah.
it. I get why.
But there's a lot of really cool new stages that don't suck. Like, I fucking love Mario Circuit. We've talked about.
Yeah,
this
Mario
before.
Circuit is great. I really a lot of the new stages I think are awesome. I really like both Pilot Wings and Woohoo Island. I think they're both great stages. Skyloft is great. What else is there? That's new.
Kalos Pokemon
I don't
League
like
is awesome.
Orbital Assault or whatever.
Yeah, that's a stinker for sure.
The orbital
Blue
gates
World.
are-
Gamer is awesome.
Oh, game!
Gamer's fantastic.
I love
Like,
Gamer. I do.
it's-
Sometimes there's a ceiling and that's annoying, but like,
Yeah.
just the idea of the stage, I think is awesome. It might be my favorite new stage in this game, honestly.
And Wrecking Crew is really cool as well.
Wrecking Crew is really cool.
I don't think the thing about Wrecking Crew that I think is really well done is like it has like gimmicks and like hazards, but they're not too intrusive. Like they or intrusive, I suppose.
Yeah, that's why I really like.
Like you can get hurt by like the fire or whatever, and you can get stuck in barrels, but like it's so rare that happens, and the stage is just constantly changing, and it's just fun. I remember the first time I booted up the game Smash Bros for Wii U when I first got it, which wasn't too long ago. I was playing just on random stages, and that one came on, and I remember Krista was watching me play, and she goes, "This stage is really cool." She has no idea what Wrecking Crew is, but I thought it was cool that she thought that stage was cool. And
it is a cool stage. I agree with Krista.
I think it's a cool stage. I really like that stage a lot. And
Tim was saying that like he would go into like training mode or something like that and just play Wrecking Crew on Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, like just focus on blowing up as much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is something that you can do, and similarly on the Duck Hunt stage, you can play Duck Hunt if you want. Like, it's just part of the stage. I think that's pretty cool.
It's really fucking cool.
That said, we've already talked about some of the shittier stages, but there are some unfortunately bad stages. Orbital Gate Assault, Don just mentioned, I don't think it's awful, but I think it's too much.
It's too crazy. Yeah, it's not. It isn't awful. You're right, but I don't like it. It's not good. Like, I love the idea, and I love Star Fox Assault. So it's cool to see a stage based on like a specific scene from that game, and a particularly memorable one, I might add. Like, when they announced it, I was like, that stage is fucking awesome. But after playing on it, it's just too.
There's too much shit going on.
When the fucking R-Wings do a barrel roll and like you fall to your death because they do a barrel roll, that's bullshit.
It is bullshit. It's also distracting as fuck. There's too much going on, so.
Yeah.
And
I want to love that stage so much, but I can't.
Yeah, it's just too crazy.
I fucking hate Pyrosphere. I fucking hate Pyrosphere.
Yeah.
Ridley will never fucking leave me alone. I'm gonna be haunted by Ridley for the rest of my life. I fucking hate Pyrosphere.
It's really obnoxious. He really does like take away from the fight too much. And what's sad is that I still think it's not as bad as the Yellow Devil.
Well, the Dr. Wily stage is too small, and the Yellow Devil is too big. Like Ridley is also too big, as the joke would have you believe. But at least that stage is larger, and Ridley flies. So like Ridley could be in the air in the middle of the stage, or even like in the bottom of the stage, like sticking his tail like through the stage. So like you could, there are points where you can ignore him. You can't ignore the Yellow Devil. It's impossible. You cannot.
And then when
it's seriously obnoxious.
After you kill Yellow Devil,
he comes back
faster than Luma did pre-patch.
It's true.
That's a great way to put it. You're 100% right.
I hate playing on both of those stages. It's just not fun. I don't like playing on Gower Plains either, but at least Metal Face is just in one spot the entire time.
Yeah, and I've seen Metal Face like once. Like, I feel like he hardly ever comes out. Like, is it just me or?
Saw him in that event match one
time. Monado boy.
Yeah. Also, why is Smashville in this game?
I like Smashville, but you're right that we don't need it. But I don't care that it's there. It doesn't upset me.
Smashville, like I think a lot of people, a lot of Brawl players especially, they think it's the most balanced competitive stage. Even more so than Battlefield.
I think they just wanted another stage and it was easy.
And like, there's no stupid gimmick that kills you.
Probably.
Like.
Yeah.
I enjoy it because it's not like I'm getting fucked up by something on the stage.
Yeah, but you don't get fucked up by something on the stage in Town and City.
You can die off the top if the platforms, like, they do that, right?
Yeah.
In that stage?
Yeah, well, you can die by standing on the other platform, and that moves in Smashville.
You can die if you're playing Ness and then have your PK Thunder hit balloon.
Get good.
All right. Let's get into a little bit specific, like situations here.
Smashville's balance. I think it's great to this back.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't see
Maybe
it.
they shouldn't have made Town and City. They should have made something else, like
City
I
and
don't know,
Town
Like Tortimer Island.
fucking yeah,
Tortimer
like
Island
Totem Island.
It's a great stage.
was a cool stage in the 3DS.
They should have just made it like not. They should have just made you in the city, like fighting in the city instead of like on that like floating platform. You know, like
Yeah.
just you're on the streets of the city. That would have been cool.
Living in the city.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
What if it was like somebody's house? You know, like it'd be sort of like Luigi's Mansion, and then it would have like different furniture and it would be different.
Or what if you could like? What if it was like took place like on the ground, like in the town, and you're like fighting on different houses, but it like randomly generated, like Tortimer Island, where like the houses
Yeah.
change, and like sometimes maybe
Yeah.
like Nook's Cranny is there, or like the coffee shop. That would have been cool.
That would have
Yeah.
been pretty cool.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah.
Why don't we work for
Yeah.
Smash Bros? Fucking.
Because you've never made a game.
Yeah, I haven't. You're right.
Have you ever made a game?
Nope.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about the stage that we hinted at earlier,
Which one?
Woolly World.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Woolly World.
Oh
We
god,
talked
that's
about that a long time ago, and then like.
I forgot about
That
it. already.
stage sucks. I hate it.
I like that
People say
stage.
they like it,
I like that stage.
and like Matt says he likes it, and I'm just like
Nobody
I
agrees with me.
I hate that
But I
stage.
also like
Like
Big Blue, so whatever.
like if it here's what the ground leaving is really the thing that kills it for me. Like it's too when the ground goes away and you're left on the tilty platforms and they're like small and they're tilting and they're moving and it's just so annoying. Like I think I said earlier, it's like, you know, we made these crazy cool tilty platforms and you're gonna like them. God damn it, we're gonna take the ground away from you, so you're forced to use them. Like, I just hate it. It just, I do not like that
The
stage
main
at
reason
all.
I like that stage is the Yoshi's Island like medley is the best thing in this game.
Yeah, both of these games have a phenomenal soundtrack, as Smash Brothers games pretty much always do.
Unless you're Sonic.
Why is there no new Sonic remixes? Why isn't there not even one? Like that's he got ripped off. It's just straight up. There's like all these new Mega Man and Pac-Man remixes and
There's
Sonic.
fucking
Like
Pac-Man remixes of games that aren't even Pac-Man games.
yeah,
Namco
like
games.
the Mappy medley or whatever.
yeah,
Guy
like
Kid.
so much love and Sonic. Like the songs that they did like put in on the Sonic stage are great. Like Rooftop Run is there. That's fucking tits. But why is there no new? Like they're all old songs. There's no new remixes. Like why? Why Sakurai? Sakurai.
Soccer Y. Don't laugh at that. That was bad. Don't laugh at that.
I don't know. I love the Wii U version. I've had a ton of fun playing with you guys.
Oh, yeah, it's the definitive version.
Oh yeah.
It is the definitive version, but again, I feel there's some just like basic stuff that's kind of missing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is. I don't disagree.
like Target Test. Instead, we get Target Blast.
Dude, Target Blast is fucking the worst.
Yeah, in both fucking games, they're the worst goddamn thing.
Yeah, I hate Target
At
Blast.
first, I kind of liked it. I was like, hey, you know, there's some strategy involved. And sometimes you don't want to knock it too far, and it's just like,
It's not fun.
it's just not fun.
Yeah,
No,
I hate it.
Mhm.
it's not.
I hate Target Blast.
I think it's okay. I
Nah.
don't think it's
Nah.
I don't think it's terrible. I don't love it. I don't hate
Should
it.
not have replaced Target.
No, absolutely it shouldn't have. But it's okay. The new modes that I like the best are Trophy Rush, which we already talked about, and
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like Rival Smash a lot.
Yeah, Rival Smash is
It's-
pretty neat.
It's a multi-man, Smash type thing, but instead of trying to kill the most, like me's, you're trying to kill more than
Your
opponent.
rival.
your rival. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like there's some pretty interesting like. I as I was playing it a lot, trying to do the challenges related to it, I learned a lot like about how it works and how to get good at it. I think it's a pretty fun. It can be frustrating, but I don't think that's a flaw of the mode that it can be frustrating. I had a lot of fun with Rival Smash, so and I like Matt said, I do like special orders.
I wanted to talk about it's like some of the co-op modes added for the single player modes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that
It is pretty cool. But going back to Trophy Rush real quick, they made an anti-co-op for some reason. Like this was in like the 1,000 facts, whatever. It was 100 or whatever.
50.
I forget.
50.
50 million.
53.
Two facts.
Streets of
Okay.
LA.
Every time.
This is why Josh is the funniest one, because every once in a while he gets those precision strikes and gets a big laugh from everybody.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, well done, Josh.
But I was saying,
Oh.
like, why would you want to compete in collecting trophies for one system?
Yeah.
You know, why would you keep yourself? Why would you keep the person you're helping with, with the trophies, from getting more trophies?
You wouldn't.
Wait, so like if player 2 picks up trophies, you don't unlock
No, you
them?
unlock
No. You
but
hit
you
him.
can, like, you can hit each other.
Oh.
You
And
can hit
there's
'em.
been several times where me or Dawn will kill each other on accident, playing together, trying to get trophies.
Yeah, and like, say if one person's playing Donkey Kong and is doing down B all the time, you know, I'm like on the middle of the stage. Oh, where do I get to sit? Where do I get to sit and do things?
Mhm.
You don't got that much space.
And
You're
there's
just gonna
blocks
get hit
piling
by
up.
down B.
Well, you gotta work together.
Nah.
if one
No,
person
it's not.
dies, does
Like,
the
you don't
stage
get to
fall
work
out under you?
together. It's anti-co-op.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I haven't played it with anybody.
It just doesn't make sense for you to really compete in Trophy Rush. Because
Considering
you're
you're
aiming.
not actually competing.
Yeah, you're aiming for the same goal, you know, like getting more trophies in the mode. You know?
Right.
And at first I thought it was cool, but then it was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you want, like, even accidentally, why would you want to accidentally hinder getting more trophies?
Right. I get you.
Sakurai, come on, man. Come on. You should get me to quality assurance test his games.
Yep.
Have you
Yeah.
ever made a game?
No.
Have you?
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of. But has any of the people who he QA tested with made any games? You don't know. I don't know. They might have.
Anyway, is there anything else like about the Wii version that we need to talk about? Like,
Nah. The online's good.
Yeah.
It's not melee.
Yep. It's not.
it shouldn't be.
It needs more advanced
I
techniques.
think it,
I
think
think-
it plays better than Melee.
I think that yeah. I in my opinion, this is the best. Like,
Gameplay wise.
I'm gonna reach for this one before if I'm gonna play with friends before any of the other ones for sure. Like, it shouldn't be Melee. It shouldn't be Brawl either. And it is closer to Brawl than Melee, but it's still like its own game. You know, this isn't Brawl 2.0. I'm kind of annoyed with people who call it that because it's
People
pretty.
say that with a stink, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Brawl 2.0. Jeez.
Yeah.
Why would you want to play that game? Just play Melee. It's not going to be competitive in like 5 years.
Yeah. Like
That is the average internet purist, like Melee purist.
Yeah.
Or Project M purist, even.
yeah, and like if you prefer Melee or Project M, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's, like, you know, like, I like Melee, I like Project M, I like Brawl even, just as much as any other person out there, but I'm not a dick about it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a dick to people. Play the game you like. You like this game? Keep playing it. Don't be a dick. Don't be trying to force your opinions on the people.
Yeah.
Like, what's so hard about that?
The beauty of a series like Smash Brothers is that
You can
one,
play it however you want.
yeah, you can play it exactly however you want, but also each game feels different from the one before it. You know,
Yeah.
It's never like Brawl was not Melee 2.0, and it shouldn't have been. And this isn't Brawl 2.0, and it shouldn't have been. And it shouldn't be Melee 2.0 either. It's Smash 4. It feels like a completely new game, and I love it for that. I've had so much fun playing with these guys.
Um, something that like really sets it apart, in my opinion, are the new ledge mechanics.
Yeah,
I really like the new ledge mechanics.
I do
An
too.
8-player Smash would not work if they did not change the way the ledge works.
Yeah, you're right.
You would just like everybody would die.
Everybody would get cheesed by one person edge hogging.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't really think about that. That's a excellent point, Don.
Huh.
But-
It's a big feature of this game that they advertise. 8 players.
Even like in 4-player matches, though, I think that I prefer it this way. Like, it's more about there's no cheesing, you know.
Yeah.
Like when you kill somebody, it's because you hit them really hard and you
Yeah.
earned it.
Yeah.
You know. And I dig that. I think the physics and the mechanics and the characters and their new moves and the new characters and all that stuff is, in my opinion, the best it's ever been. And we haven't even talked about custom moves yet, other than how annoying it is to get them.
Yeah.
I think custom moves are awesome, other than how
Yeah.
annoying it is to get them. I think it really gives like a lot of extra, like, meat to the game. You know, like trying out these custom moves and figuring out like, oh, this one's kind of tricky. I'm gonna try that one out. You know.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fun to be had there.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot to be had. In like a 1v1 specific thing, I feel like it would help characters get over bad matchups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But in some cases, there are some moves that are just like, why wouldn't I use this one? Like the Gust Cape. Like
Yeah, the
the Gust Cape is 100% upgrade.
it's
Like
it's too
there's
good.
no downside to that move.
Well, it
Why
doesn't.
would you use Flood even? It even takes over the
The other move,
utility
yeah,
of Flood.
yeah. It doesn't like reflect stuff like the regular cape does, which is like the downside. But it's such a it changes the way you play to such a degree that you don't need to reflect stuff anymore. You know, you could just blow people away.
Yeah.
I do that on a daily basis.
There are moves that are like you said. It's like, well, that's just objectively better than the default loadout. You know, like Palutena's custom moves.
Yeah, all of Palutena's customs are way better than their fucking defaults.
Yeah.
Like
The Palutena's
Palutena's
customs
default-
aren't actually like alternate versions. They're completely different moves.
like only one of Palutena's specials does damage on its own.
Yeah.
Auto reticle. Like you for auto like no auto. Reflect barrier and counter to work, you have to rely on your opponent to throw out something. You know?
Yeah.
That's not good. The fireworks are shit though. No one ever should ever use that move. Don't ever use fireworks.
Yeah. It's
It's really garbage.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of custom moves. It's an idea that I had talked about, and
Yeah, me and you would discuss like, hey, custom moves would be cool.
yeah, and they did it, and that's awesome. I just
Yeah.
wish it was easier to get them.
Yeah.
But overall, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's unfortunate that they made it so hard to get it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not good.
I mean, I get it. Like they want you to like keep playing this game for a long time, but it should feel rewarding to get them, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like even
Like-
if it took a long time, if it felt rewarding to get them, that would be fine. You know.
Like I said, like what they should have done, Smash Run, like the castle thing or whatever. Make it a castle, Metroidvania castle. Level up your character, unlock custom moves at certain levels. Bam, bada boom, bada bing. Sakurai, hire me.
Just hire all of us.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't really talk about custom equipment. That shit's bullshit.
It's
Yep,
it's broken.
overpowered.
It's really not That's not good.
It's not balanced. It's too
It's-
like it
that's
makes
horribly
too
broken.
much of a difference.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't necessarily tried it out myself yet, but from what I hear, it's not that great. So
I haven't even bothered.
you get like even with just +10 attack, like it's very noticeable. Like
Jeez.
it makes a big difference, and it's too much of a difference. It's broken.
Yay.
Like
Like
That's fun.
I get the reasoning behind it a little bit. Like you sort of can, balance the character how you want it to. Like, oh, you want a fast Ganondorf and not want to play Captain Falcon.
yeah,
Maybe I should use somebody else. You want a
fast DDD.
fast DDD, yeah, fast DDD. Then you can throw some agility equipment on him at the expense of like his damage being lower. But
It's not balanced, and
it's not. Like I put like fucking I like agility a lot because I get to pretty much fly around the screen. It's like I'm
Super
playing
broken.
yeah,
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with Sentinel flying infinitely and shit.
yeah. Your Waluigi's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like Waluigi me.
Yeah.
He's not even my best me.
This isn't even my final form.
Oh man. God, these are ridiculous.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Oh my god, dude.
Custom equipment's ridiculous. Anything else? Smash Bros.
Did you talk about event? But
Yeah, we talked about events.
okay.
I don't have much to say about them other than I'm really glad they're back.
And that fuck that one where you have to eat a bunch of food is Kirby.
Oh, that one sucks.
The
Yeah,
only one
that
I haven't beat.
It's terrible.
one.
You guys played the co-op events?
No, I haven't beat any of those either.
I wanted to. I asked my dad. I was like, "Hey, you want to play co-op events with me? I can't do it by myself." And he was like, "Sure." And he did a few, and he's like, "I suck at this game. I'm not doing it." And I was like, "Oh."
I'll
But,
play it with you, Ricky.
All right. I do love that. I think co-op events are a cool idea.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
fun.
I like that.
Some of them can be pretty hard.
Those existed in the
Me and Amanda had trouble with the Fox and Falco one where you had to hit the Mr. Game and Watches before they land.
That was the one that my dad made.
Like,
It's pretty hard, man. Like, yeah. I also played it with another one of my friends, and we probably spent as about as much time as I did with Amanda, and I had already beaten it.
yeah,
So
it was on the stream. If you go
Oh, nice.
watch the archived footage,
Yeah.
you can watch hours of us doing that
Yeah.
over and over again.
yeah, Level Leo was there for it, and then he left, and then he came back, and he was like, "You still playing the shit?"
Shout out to Leo, like always.
That's an appropriate response.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad events are back. I always liked them. So.
Shout outs to Sean Van Pelt for buying me Smash Bros.
Yeah, that dude's
Yeah.
awesome dude.
GameCube controller,
Sick.
Yes.
yeah, amazing. I'm so glad that they decided to
oh, is that
let me.
is that a thing?
Wait, two
Can
of
you can you
Yeah,
can you
yeah,
get that?
yeah.
Is that a
They
thing?
made like 2 of them for some reason.
Like 3 in existence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I finally got one. Not the controller, but I
Dog
got
Ricky
the.
and I have.
The
I
adapter.
do have the adapter now.
Nice. How'd you
Very nice.
swing that?
Fucking GameStop like a few weeks ago they like went back for sale on GameStop's website. They were literally up for like 15 minutes, and then they
Of
sold
course
out. And
Jesus.
I follow Cheap Ass Gamer on Twitter, and as soon as it went up, one of the dudes like posted it, and I jumped on it like literally immediately. I think I did it on my phone. Like I don't even think I was near a computer when I saw it on Twitter.
Dude.
I jumped on it because I knew that opportunity
Nice.
was not going to come up soon.
Nice. Proud of you.
Very,
And
very
it still
cool,
didn't
dude.
ship until like a week later. But
Yeah. Well, at
Hey,
least you got it.
yeah,
got
I
it,
have
right?
it. Yeah, I got lucky.
Oh, fucking! I guess we should talk about that. I guess Nintendo being like incompetent as fuck. Nintendo of America specifically.
Yeah.
Japan, they have everything.
Yeah, they got all the amiibos. They got the adapters like in stock. Yeah.
Even like Europe is not having the same problems as us.
I don't know
It's,
what the deal
it's
is.
just fucking. It's Reggie being shady. That's it.
I really feel like they're trying to like invent like hype. They're like, wow, this thing's really selling out, guys. See?
Well, it's working with amiibos.
Yeah, but it's it bothers me with the adapter a lot more than the amiibos because the fact that the adapter exists at all shows that they're aware that the GameCube controller is what people like to use to play Smash. Like they know that most people like to play Smash with a GameCube controller. That's why they made the adapter at all. Why did they make 5 of them? Like it's just I can't understand that kind of short-sightedness. Like
It's just shady, is what it is.
If there was a demand for it, they don't need to create artificial demand.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It wasn't
I mean,
like,
yeah,
we're taking a risk here. We don't know if people will actually want to play Smash Bros with a GameCube controller.
Like, come on! The like trailer for the adapter had like porno music in it because they knew like
Yeah.
it's gonna be chomping at the bit for that thing. Like all they had to do was like show it with and like people were gonna line up for it. They knew. It's why it's so frustrating to me that like nobody can get a freaking adapter.
Yeah, they've handled that really poorly. That whole thing was a mess. Like, they didn't make enough bundles, they didn't make enough controllers, they didn't make enough adapters, they didn't make enough amiibos. Well, not necessarily that they didn't make enough. I'm sure they made enough. But they're sitting in a warehouse somewhere, not
Yeah.
on shelves.
And they sent out too many of ones that weren't going to be as sought out for.
Yeah. I talk to David about amiibos all the time, and we actually talked about doing a video specifically about amiibos, so I won't waste your guys' time with amiibos too much, but it's just, they're handling that thing really poorly, but I also think that it's going to get better, because, like, the same sort of deal happened a little bit with Disney Infinity figures, and they, after a few months, you know, all those figures were just on the shelf, clogging up, taking up space, so, like, just because you couldn't find Vanellope at release doesn't mean you couldn't find her eventually. And I think the same thing's going to happen with amiibos. People keep talking about some being discontinued, and I think that's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, Miyamoto said like, well, if they were to discontinue amiibos, which they would eventually, they would replace them with cards.
Well, they're going to have to discontinue them eventually because, like, shelf space is a thing. And there's already 2 other video games that use toys that take up a lot of space, because there are a lot of Disney Infinity figures and there are even more Skylanders, and those are big sellers. So like every Toys R Us you go into have just a whole aisle dedicated to just those 2 games, like Disney Infinity on one side, Skylanders on the other, and Amiibo just takes up more space. And there's 50 characters in Smash Brothers. That's a lot of space. And obviously they're going to have to eventually
make one for every character.
well, not just that, but they're eventually going to have to discontinue them. But I don't think that they've discontinued anybody yet. It's too early.
Way too early.
Everybody's
just came out
yeah,
last month.
everybody's freaking out because they can't find Marth or Wii Fit Trainer or Villager. I think by like July you'll be able to find all those characters pretty readily. So
Yeah, it would be a just damn boneheaded move if they were like, oh well, Marth's selling like hotcakes. Let's not make any more. Like it's been a month. People are spending $50 on Amazon to get Marth. All right, it's time to stop making this guy. Like
no more
that
Marth.
would just be that would be the dumbest thing in the world.
Let's let people make more money off of secondhand purchases instead of us making money.
Is that Reggie?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Are you doing Reggie?
No, I don't know. That's just like my business voice, I guess.
Yeah, it's just that
Corporate
would
idiot.
that would be the just most asinine thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like they could stand to make a lot of money if they just do another run of Marth, and let people give them money for Marth.
I think they will. They're just handling it really poorly. Plus, it's been the holidays, and so
Yeah.
that also affects it. But there's Like Wave 2 just came out, and that was a fucking catastrophe.
It didn't even. Yeah, that was a nightmare. They didn't even like have a proper like release date. Some figures came out in some stores before.
Some of them
other
aren't out.
Like what? It was a disaster. What happened? How did you drop the ball in such a giant fashion?
There was only 6 figures in Wave 2, and all of them had different release dates. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen?
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was bad. They're handling the amiibos really poorly, and that sucks because I really like them.
Yeah.
I think they're really rad.
Man, you know what I thought of? As soon as Miyamoto brought up, like, they might go to cards eventually. It's just another thing I'm going to have to collect.
Gosh.
If they look
Calm
cool.
down.
You're going to want the
Calm
amiibos and the cards?
If they look cool.
They'd just be the art on a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, like, bringing it back to Smash Bros. Like, aside from being a cool figure, the amiibo functionality in Smash Bros. is
Yeah, it's neat.
It's just an extra thing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's fun to watch your amiibo like grow, but I don't feel like there's like a huge. The moments where you're like, I taught it that are very few and far between. You know.
It's just a CPU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-trained CPU.
Yeah.
The problem with amiibos, like, is every game that they work in right now, it's just like tacked on. Like, yeah, the DLC like for Mario Kart 8, like it's cool, but who the fuck raises as their me? You know, like, what they need is an amiibo game to release.
They do.
To really
Yeah,
push them.
they do.
Right now they're selling, but they're selling because of false.
Yeah, they've like manufactured this demand
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
And it's easy to tell that when you go into a store and see a million Peaches still on the shelf. So, like, I think they need an amiibo game centered all around amiibo to really make them something special.
Well, that's that's difficult because like at the moment, the thing is Smash Bros. These are figures based on the Smash Bros. Artwork and shit like that. So like, but it's like you don't really use amiibos like the amiibos that they have out right now. You don't really need it,
I know.
And for a game like Skylanders,
You need them.
the little character, the character is the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they don't appear in the game until you scan the figure.
I'm
yeah.
saying, but if Nintendo really wants a piece of that market, they need to make an amiibo game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that's like, I understand why they do it, but it's a downside for the amiibos is like at the store they'll have like a little stand dealie, and then you can just like scan the box for the Skylanders figure, and you can see the character in action. You see his cool moves and everything like that. For amiibos they block it.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well,
you can't just scan the
You
game.
can't scan them like at the store.
In the
anywhere.
box.
Yeah, but you can't scan them in the box now.
I don't think you should be able to personally. It's
Just because
like I understand why
3DS
because like because you could go to the store, scan Wii Fit Trainer or whatever on the One Piece game, get the little costume, you're done.
Turn it.
Yeah.
Get the.
You don't even have to buy it. Just bring your
Yeah.
3DS to the store, or your new 3DS if you live in Japan, I guess.
Yeah,
or
Scan it.
Australia.
that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the abuse part. That's why I understand why they don't do that.
Yeah.
It's because of like the multi-game functionality, and like you could just take the box with the figure in it, scan it, and then you unlock whatever content or whatever.
Yeah.
In Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
If you can manage to bring your Wii U to Walmart and plug it in.
All the time. It's the only way I play.
Yeah. Amiibos. They definitely need to work on that.
Yeah. That's a great failing right now. But I'm excited to see what Amiibos do in the future because I think it's a cool idea, and I think Nintendo's in a better position to capitalize on that market because of the fact that you don't need extra peripherals to scan them, and because they work across multiple games. I think that's
Some of them though.
some of them. I don't expect my Cam Falcon to work on anything aside from Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
Well, you'll get random stuff in Hyrule
You can get
Warriors.
a single rupee in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah,
Nice.
anywhere from a single rupee to 50,000 rupees.
I got like weapons when I scan mine.
Yeah, that happens too.
Oh, yeah. Also, you can only hold one data, or data for one game on the amiibo.
Hmm.
That's also stupid.
Well, so far there's only one game that actually like saves data on it.
Yeah.
And that's Smash Bros. Like everything else, it's like
Unlocks.
unlocks here. You get this thing. Okay, you have the thing. It doesn't save it to the figure. It saves it to the game.
Right. Yeah.
Now, see, I still think like Animal Crossing, when that eventually comes out on the Wii U, will have, he'll get like furniture or clothing or something.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool use for them.
From at least the first Smash Bros. Wave of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you scan Mario, you get a Mario hat. You know, if you scan Link, you get the Hero's tunic. Like that would be great for Animal Crossing. That would be a great way, to incorporate Amiibo.
Scan Pikachu, you just get a yellow shirt because no Pokemon.
But yeah, because it's second party.
So is Kirby though.
Yeah, I guess it is. That's weird. What the fuck? Is there Kirby stuff in Animal Crossing?
No, there never has been, but like there's still like the Kirby outfit in the One Piece game and Mario Kart. Like that's the first time Kirby's really like crossed over like that. I don't know. I think there's just because there's 3 companies involved with Pokemon that it makes it harder.
Yeah.
Like creatures and Game Freak.
And the Pokemon Company.
Yeah.
Pokemon Company is the most important one.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers here.
Just a little bit.
Well, this was supposed to be the end of the year podcast, not the.
I know.
It's
Smash
all
Bros.
It's
podcast.
been Smash Bros. For an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. And David's not even here.
Yeah, Jess went to bed as well.
Yeah.
So I think what we're gonna have to do right now is call it a night and talk about the rest of the year later.
Yeah.
Because our numbers are dwindling.
And
It
we're
is
kind of
getting late.
missing a person who has games to talk about that we haven't talked
Yeah,
about
there's
yet.
still 14 games left to talk about, so.